So today my presentation is on Nicholas Tinbergen winning the Nobel Prize in Ethology in 1973. So ethology is the scientific and objective study of animal behavior, usually with a focus on behavior under natural conditions and viewing behavior from an evolutionary adaptive trait. A related topic is neuroethology, which studies the neuromechanisms of animal behavior from an evolutionary perspective. So the Nobel Prize was won by Tinbergen along with Konrad Lorenz and Carl von Frisch in physiology or medicine in 1973. They were awarded jointly for their discoveries concerning organization and elicitation of individual and social behavioral patterns. These three men were considered the founding fathers of ethology. Tinbergen specifically held his Nobel lecture on December 12, 1973, at the Karolinska Hospital in Stockholm, Sweden. In his Nobel lecture, Tinbergen addressed the somewhat unconventional decision of the Nobel Foundation to award the prize for physiology or medicine to three men who had until recently been regarded as mere animal watchers. So, a bit of background on the founding fathers. So, Carl von Frisch is known for his research on the language of bees. By means of a comprehensive series of experiments, he elucidated the ways bees use to communicate information to each other. He found that when a bee has found a source of food in the vicinity of the hive, it performs a round dance when returning. But if the source of honey is situated at a distance more than 50 meters from the hive, the returning bee performs a waggle dance instead. The direction of the straight line informs the bees about the direction of the honey source related to the position of the sun, and the intensity of the waggling informs about the distance, according to the principle that the more intense, the closer it is. Next, Konrad Lorenz started his studies on the instinctive activities of birds and found that they consisted to a large extent of fixed action patterns that were elicited by a specific key stimuli only, and were performed in a robot-like way. By studying naive animals, he was able to prove that these fixed action patterns appeared as reactions to key stimuli without any previous experience, i.e., without any learning. Lastly, Nicholas Tinbergen made one of his most important contributions by finding ways to test his own and other hypotheses by means of comprehensive and careful experiments. For example, by means of dummies, he measured the strength of key stimuli and their elements as regards to their power of eliciting the corresponding behavior. Specifically, he analyzed the property of the seagull's bill that elicit the nestling, food, begging, picking against it, looking at its form, colors, and contrasts. Other research that Tinbergen did focused on the idea of supernormal stimuli. Specifically, he constructed plaster eggs to see which a bird preferred to sit on, finding that one would select those that were larger, had more defined markings, or more saturated color. In addition, Tinbergen found that territorial male three-spined stickleback would attack a wooden fish model more vigorously than a real male if its underside was redder. In both cases, Tinbergen was able to demonstrate that these artificial objects were acting as a stronger stimulus for an instinct than the object for which the instinct originally involved. Thank you.